Ma'am, you said teaching profession. If you are not in the teaching profession, if you are not an academician, if you are not a scientist, what other profession you would have chosen?
What other profession I would have? I don't think any other profession would have suited me, even counseling and no, I don't think any other profession other than teaching would have. I would have even I did not have ambition to become doctor, engineer, like people are having. No, I didn't have any ambition excepting that I wanted to do PhD. But that after PhD only, I really was serious about what I was doing. Not simply teaching, even teaching, no, during teaching also, in the beginning of my career, I did a wonderful research that is value of cereals and pulses cooked with solar, Indian gas, firewood, and so on, and found out and concluded that the solar was able to retain the nutrient value, especially the vitamins and other nutrients when compared to other fuels. Like that, whatever I taught, no, then I started a production-oriented course in which only I taught mushroom culture, fish culture in wastewater, fish culture in water fed with biogas plant effluent, that is waste pond. So whatever I did, no, I was very careful in not investing money first. You get the money and then invest. So that was my, and I was able to do it. Don't invest money first. You do the thing and you get the money out of that product, then you start investing in bigger things.
Yes, that's a beautiful message, ma'am. An excellent one. A big takeaway for all of us. Dear ma'am, you have achieved so much. More than 200 plus research papers. You have even been a guide to 35 plus students and enabling them to complete their PhD. You've guided them in the right way. And a lot of awards and rewards you've achieved till date. I'd like to ask you, which is the one that you felt the proudest? That yes, I completed this and this really makes me feel happy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is only very little I have done in the life bestowed on me, and I did not reach sky high, but the thing I concentrated gave much satisfaction to me and a few people around. That is the thing. As you have told, which paper is best means each one was this thing, and that is waste recycling for better environment, which that paper accepted in elsewhere publications. Waste recycling for better environment, that's one thing. Then use of water hyacinth, water hyacinth that infests the whole of water bodies wherever you go, the water hyacinth for mushroom cultivation, and also for concentrating the way that is heavy metals and all from the wastewater. That I considered a worthy publication and so on. Very recently, even last month, my student have published vermi wash and all. My student, even now he adds my name. Last month also one paper came in leading journal. This is the thing. Other one, that is another important paper I remember is fish culture in 3 ponds fed with biogas plant effluent, composite fish culture. 3 types of fish I grew in 1 pond so that no space was wasted. No space was. This is not a new thing I am telling, but I was able to culture all the 3 species in 1 pond using not any costly fish feed and all. It was connected with biogas plant, and proudly I want to tell here, Our college was the first one to install biogas plant in the year 1962 in India. Now everyone is talking about biogas, bioslurry and so on. But Parashakti College was the first college at the institute level, at the college level, rural college, which had 50 cows. They had this biogas plant in the year 1962, and till now it is in working condition. Wonderful thing. Anybody can come and see. That is the thing. And another environmental center where I worked also is situated in tiny rural village by name Alwarkurichi. Alwarkurichi, the birthplace of Simpson Group. You must have heard of amalgamations in Chennai. They have donated more than 100 acres of land for our center in the village. With the result, if one admits in UKG, they can come finish their PhD in the same village. Nowhere we have such facility. That much I know, in the village level.
Yes, dear. That's a beautiful sharing, ma'am. Thank you very much. Dear ma'am, we come up with the next question with regard to mental health. Because students now are focusing more on mobile addiction or focusing more on entertainment. And there are some who are very focused on studies as well. I'd like to ask you, what impact or what are your thoughts with regard to mental health, like how it is impacting the younger generation? At your time and earlier times, people were able to overcome all the challenges they faced. But nowadays, students are unable to take up challenges and many of them are ending their lives as well. Would you like to give out a big message, ma'am?
Yes. That's really paining a lot when I read in the newspaper for trivial reasons they commit suicide, and even the children know for not getting good marks. Getting marks alone is not the aim of life. Growing into a wholesome individual, ready to face the challenges of life and come up by any method. No, not only getting marks is one thing. All cannot get. I used to tell, don't aim for state first and all. Just get good marks and do whatever you like, whatever interests you. But one thing, no, regarding mental health, there are many distractions now available at the doorstep of each and every house to really deviate the minds or to distract the minds of the young children. That is because I'll tell you, there are no even the parents, no, they don't take care of their children. Even they just keep themselves away from the children. Even Dr. Abdul Kalam used to tell, no, the quality time they have to spend with the children, at least some half an hour, so that they will imbibe what is good or what is bad. And so now, no, in the name of independence, we don't curb anything, no, we just leave them alone like that. Proudly so many parents tell. For that they need not be strict and all, give them freedom, fine, but have a check if they actually fall from the Tandavala, Nera Tandavala. So if they just fall little bit, no, you have to check them and correct them in a proper way, not through harsh method. You should not be harsh. And another thing, even in the schools, what is good, what is bad, no, along with the lessons, no, they have to devote 20 minutes to really polish, to have a better mental health is very essential, because a sound mind can reside in a sound body. So both are essential. Body also should be sound, mental health also should be sound. And for proper mental health, they have to cultivate a hobby. People are not knowing what is hobby. There is no time for hobby. Where is the time? As they come from the students, I know from my neighbors, no, immediately they go to one tuition. Another hour, after that tuition over, this tuition. 9 o'clock, that small child comes. What broad view she can have regarding the world around. She is cut away from the world or friends and so on. Simply tuition. Not only that, one parent wants their children to be well versed in dance, in music, in whatever you called karate, in keyboard. How can one learn all? Teach them one thing and that perfectly well. So we should have a hobby like stamp collecting, even reading as a hobby. And reading, what I want to really stress in the minds, with all the advent of these computers and other things, you may even you may laugh when I told my house is filled with the books. Even in this age of computer, people are telling, why madam these books and all? You just press, you will get any book you want in the world. Can I enjoy reading in the cell? Just tell me, can I enjoy any beautiful book in the cell? My best author is Robin Sharma, Mega Living. That only attracted me. Another book is Living in Tune with the Nature, Connecting with the Nature. At this age, I just went through that book, how to connect myself with the nature. You know, the first sentence, transform yourself into a child. That is, transform yourself into a child. Then you will understand. You will enjoy the tree. You will enjoy the chirping of the birds. You will enjoy even the grass, which we think we don't even spend time to think of. புல்லு மாதிரி புல்லாய் பிறவி தர வேண்டும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு பாட்டு இருக்கு. புல்லாய் பிறவி தர வேண்டும் அப்படின்னு வேண்டுறாங்க. புல் also is very beautiful thing to admire. So these children, no, they are not taken to any beach or any garden. They are taken to what do you call this, Mettupalayam, the famous, this thing is there. And in Mahabalipuram, there is another artificial beach is there. But they were not keen in taking their children to Kutralam waterfalls. The actual nature walk they are missing in these days, excepting tuition. It doesn't mold their mind at all. So the teacher, the responsibility of imparting mental health lies first with the parent, and then of course with the teacher. Matru devo bhava, pitru devo bhava, acharya devo bhava, aditi devo bhava. Like this, all three have got a role to play in molding that we should. Why not we conduct a seminar for the parents in the serious manner, not for the students, for the parents. They should not be strict at all, but they should behave properly so that the students also will follow them. Arasan evvadi, kudigal avvadi. That is the thing. We have to really turn the minds of the children from unwanted things to reality of life. It's a very serious affair. I am noticing every day.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, we'd like you to give a beautiful message for all the women who face a lot of maybe domestic violence, who face a lot of ups and downs in their personal lives. They want to give up on their lives and they start hating their lives. They don't want to live this life. So I want you to give them courage and say that yes, life is beautiful. You can be financially independent and can build a beautiful life, rebuild it again. Like not only for the women in the villages, but even the women in towns and cities.
Yeah. See, one of the main reasons, even now, I have my helper. I have one helper who is not at all happy with the husband and so on. I asked her, what made your husband take up this, what do you call, drinking every day and so on? Are you all right with your? I asked that question because partly we cannot blame the husbands alone. So partly the women also should see that by their continuous motivation, they should really convert their husband towards their mode of life. Even then they fail means dying is not a solution. Dying is what prevents in staying alone and doing good work, and also converting themselves into useful citizens. Nothing prevents in making the women or in actually transforming the women from simply household women to useful citizens of India. Nothing prevents, this Saundara Kailasam, no, Gandhi Gram Trust, but she had a good life, not a bad life. But that Saundara Kailasam, a single woman, no, she was a founder of this Gandhi Gram Trust, and how it had come up now, women. Sarojini Naidu, no, she got Nobel Prize. Not only some of the leading women, no, why go to bygone days? I want to stress here, space in the recent space thing, research, Tessie, a woman named Tessie, and from my own place, no, some 5 kilometers from Kutralam, Nigar, and by name Nigar, my name Nigar, no, he was Nigar Shaji, and she studied in our own school, Parashakti school, and she was actually acclaimed to be the leading space scientist. So such women, no, should be focused, and people, what I want to stress here is we have to go to the class. Even not connected people also can do the thing, to go to the class and tell the stories about great women, and we have to see that they also develop that kind of mental attitude and not turn towards anything that is deleterious to health.
Yes, dear. Thank you for this beautiful message, ma'am. One last question, ma'am. We'd like you to share about this space called as Kutralam. I would like to know more about it, and I'd love our audience to know about this beautiful place.
Yeah. Kutralam is called Spa of South. It's called Spa of South. And what is unique to Kutralam is beautiful monkeys. The animal side, monkeys are found in everywhere you have. Not only that, if you take fruit, yes, a kind of fruit which is known as mangustan. Mangustin, I'm sure you would have heard of that. Mangustan and ramtan. Ramtan, the red fruit, and both are unique to Kutralam. And I'll tell you one important thing about Kutralam. We get what do you call this? Saral. In Tamil, we call saral, means droplets. Droplets of the water will pour over your head when you walk. You know that why that is very important. It's refreshing. You know, when in your home, this refreshing you can experience in the bathroom with the shower. When you get the shower, no, when you come out of the shower bath, how you feel? Really refreshed and feel like floating in the air. Similarly, in the open air, you get mild showers, which you don't get anywhere. So that shower, no, we don't use umbrella to protect from the shower. So it is really refreshing and healthy also. You take bath in the waterfalls and you will feel hungry. Then you will eat. Again you go, there are more than 6 or 7 waterfalls, different types and different effect will have. And when the water comes from the hills, it just washes down the herbs, different types of herb. So when the water mixed with the herb falls on your hair, no, you really, it is refreshing, which cannot be expressed. You have to feel it. That is a thing. And another thing, people used to apply oil and then shampoo also. Nowadays, we have prevented the tourists to use shampoo or this soap, so that it actually pollutes the water and so on. Simply apply even this oil, no, it is not permitted. Go and stand in front of the waterfalls. It washes away all the dirt found in the head and you feel refreshed. Above all those things, Scientifically, I should tell, which people are not talking about, but I have studied in so many scientific journals about Kutralam season. We call only 3 months. The things I explain, no, is found we call season. From June to October, first June, July, August, first season. September, October, November is second season. First season is really good. And you know, what is the importance about the droplets, no? Instead of pouring like this pipe water, when it is poured, no, you won't feel like a refreshing thing. But droplets, no, saral, when it falls on your body, you know, every drop, no, contains what is known as negative ions. Scientifically, negative ions do more good than positive ions. As far usually people will say positive is good, cultivate positive attitude. But as far as ions are concerned, negative ions are found in the droplets, not in the pouring water. You won't find, but in the droplets you find these negative ions. And briefly I'll tell, when the thunder is found, the thunder, you find lot of positive ions. But when the thunder is followed by pouring rain, it's all shattered and converted into negative ions. And it does more good. Even in some churches and all, no, the candles are burnt, and in the Hindu temple, camphor is put. All this emanate negative ions, which is really good for, like oxygen. We talk about oxygen, no? Same thing, negative ions does more good to the body. It helps to secrete a particular type of hormone, which really does more good to the body. That is the importance about Kutralam. And it's a healthy place, unpolluted. Even now, of course, now we have removed all the trees and all like any other place, but still I find the atmosphere is good. These are all about Kutralam. Waterfalls is really unique mineral. It is a mineral water.
Yes.
Herbal water.
Yes, dear ma'am. That's really nice, ma'am. And what is the famous food of Kutralam? What is it that people should, when suppose if we visit that place, what is the best thing that we could get there to eat?
Eat. That is, I told you, no, this mangustan, jackfruit. Jackfruit is found, and also highly tasty jackfruit. And the mangustan is beautiful thing to eat. And ramtan is also good to eat. And breadfruit is good. So there are so many things which is unique to Kutralam and available only for 3 months, during that 3 months. And so, and also what do you call jadikai? You know, jadikai, I put for the sweets.
Yes.
Nungi, you know, nungi.
Yes, yes, dear. Nice,
that is, yes. Nungi also is good, tastier than found in other places. But mangustan is best. Mangustin, we call it as mangustin.
Yes, dear. Yes. Ma'am, you've really taken us on a beautiful journey, ma'am, with you right from the start till the end. It was such an interesting session with you. Looking forward to many more interactions. I'd like to ask you, if I missed out any question, would you like to share that part as well? Anything that I didn't focus on, you could share, please. Yes, dear.
That is.
Friends,
one important question I wanted to discuss. Bottle, no, half full and half empty. Yes, so what is it you meant? I don't know. A bottle half, will you tell half empty or half filled? Yes. So positive, what I guessed is positive people will tell half full. Other people will tell half empty. Is it or what? I didn't understand.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So just like I show a cup like this and I ask like, is it half full or half empty?
Like this.
Yes.
So yes. Half full. But both correct, no? Half empty. And I have I'll tell you 10. It's one question is, what advice I would like to give for the
Youngsters.
growing young one? Can, if time permits,
Yes,
I have
please.
10 commandments. I have
Yes,
written 10 commandments like Jesus Christ, 10 commandments. Number 1, pursue a productive, exciting, active life. Your life should be active. Number 2, don't be lazy. Don't entertain unwanted, even in the brain, no. Don't be lazy. Think something good always. Number 2, engage in meaningful activity every minute. Whatever you do, it should be meaningful. Even if you sing, fine. It really sharpens your mind. Number 3, cultivate a positive attitude. Very, very important. Number 4, instead of saying, "Cha, the school bore, young parents so serila," அப்படின்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. Set realistic goals. Keep your mark high. You just aim high so that you may reach the top of the tree. That is very important. Avoid worrying about trivial things in life. You just wash off unwanted trivial things. Devote time to fun-filled activity. Always be smiling, be laughing. Don't even 1 minute, because we pass through this world only once in our life. So whatever good you want to do it now itself. Don't postpone the thing, because procrastination is a thief of time, it was told. Devote time to fun-filled activity and make all the others happy. Develop a pleasing personality. That's very important. Develop, one should feel, oh, it is good she met you. One should not feel, why I met, like that we should not. So people should feel, it's good, I met. Develop a pleasing personality. Give more than you receive. Give more than you receive. Learn to live in the present moment. Last one, respect others, not elders alone. Respect whatever maybe others. கடைசியா ஒரு மெசேஜ் I want to give. Live simple, live supreme. That's all. Live simple, live supreme.
Excellent, ma'am. It's such a beauty that you've shared all these 10 beautiful messages with us. That's really very nice. I'm really very happy that you paused and said, yes, the younger generation, not only the younger generation, all of us, everyone should, irrespective of age, take these beautiful tips that you've shared just now. And I love the one which you focused on procrastination. That's really nice.
Yes, thank you. Really, I enjoyed interacting with you. I was really scratching my head what I am going to tell like that, but it was quite interesting and educative also. At this age also, I always believe in learning from others. So,
That's beautiful.
thank you.
Yes, dear ma'am. We'd like to now focus on your interests in this beautiful field called as rural technology. What made you enter into this beautiful field of focusing on the rural people's lives and their upliftment with regard to rural technology?
It's a nice question. Actually, I started my career in a rural institute. When I entered the rural institute, after doing research in marine biology in a fairly good institute, I kept my fingers crossed as to what I am going to do in the rural institute. And what happened is, afterwards, after 2 or 3, I just applied for a research position, leaving my better job, that is lecturer's position, for a research associateship in the University Grant Commission. And in that rural institute, people will say, only in the university we can do some wonderful research, not in a college like this, situated in a rural area. So I boldly wrote a research project it was an ICAR research project. Only 8 centers were selected in our college. I wrote clearly what should be the focus and all. Then what happened? Luckily, one of the 8 centers was our college, as I told you already. It was the first one to install biogas plant as well as night soil plant attached with this latrine of the children, the college girls to the toilets. Night soil plant in those times, never heard of it. Then biogas, because 50 cows we had, and it got sanctioned. What I did was, that was a separate project, ICAR research project. What I did, I utilized that project, the slurry, the waste rural technology, I told, no, the slurry coming out of that biogas plant served as a nutrient-rich manure to fertilize the ponds without any additional input. Usually we have to fertilize the pond to make the pond brimming with the plankton, the organisms for fish. Then I thought which fish should be suitable to put in, and then I succeeded in putting 3 types of fish: surface, middle, and bottom. Utilize all the space from surface to bottom by putting different composite fish culture, it is called. And the pond was directly connected with the slurry, the outlet, so that the slurry by gravitational force entered the pond. And what happened was, it got stabilized. Waste stabilization pond, I named it as waste stabilization pond. And naturally, in 1 week, the organisms developed a kind of the technology I developed for the first time in Tamil Nadu, and introduced the fish and really succeeded in the growth of the what advantage I got from introducing such fish is quick growth. Number 2 is harvesting is easier. Number 3, marketing was also easier from the pond. That type of rural technology I just standardized and given to, I just published also. And second type of rural technology, what I just concentrated, as I told already, is what people now call this protein-rich mushroom. People used to be afraid to pick from nature, because most of the mushroom, as far as mushroom is concerned, all the colorful mushrooms are deceptive. Attractive mushrooms we shouldn't pick, green, red, and so on. But the white and the dull gray alone are not poisonous. So I just one student was, I was a zoology student. I didn't have any knowledge on fungus or the mushroom. So what I did, I just gave these projects cleverly to a student who was not able to hear. She was a deaf, but I wrote. I told you, I used to like the backward students and not the bright students. She never used to hear, deaf, and I wrote it and told simply, grow mushroom. So mushroom means seed. Then she asked me, how the seed will be, madam? I told her frankly, I myself do not know. You go and find out how the seed will be. Even I thought, no, it will be like a brinjal seed or this vendeka seed. No. Mushroom seed is a nool madri irkum. That is mycelial thread. That only we call as mushroom seed. Afterwards, my nature is, suppose I don't know one particular thing, I used to thrash out. I used to collect from A to Z about the mushroom. And without anybody's help, I myself started reading and gave her the project. And I introduced and a production-oriented course, this mushroom, because we produce some good thing out of nothing. That's good eatable. So in this college itself is a rural college. So in a corner, I used to really sterilize the waste straw and then used for growing mushrooms and sold to the staff members in the college itself. So it really caught the attention of so many people around and conducted training to all the village women, calling them to our college, you know. So mushroom technology also standardized for 2 years we did, and then found out what are all the drawbacks and what are the plus points and minus points. And now I can clear any doubt on mushroom or this, what do you call, biogas slurry and so on. Okay. After these two rural technology, I ventured to take up another one which is called earthworm, which I got from a director of this agriculture college, Madurai Agriculture College, by name Krishnamurthy. He called me and told once, why don't you culture earthworm, Vijayalakshmi? It looked funny, because why should we culture, sir, when the earthworms are available in plenty in the soil? When you just dig, you will get plenty. What is the fun in culturing artificially? No, he told me, you are mistaken. You just get me few earthworm, I will give you 1 lakh rupees. He challenged. Then I told, oh, we have to culture. No earthworm in the soil, you don't know. He was telling me. Really, I am grateful to him. That spark, sometimes, you know, the spark only will work. So I was thinking, and went to Pune, where a chemical engineer was considered to be an expert in mushroom. This earthworm is by name called in Sangli, in a place called Pune. And what happened is, there I underwent training in earthworm culture. He gave me all this thing. And after coming back from there, I started culturing 3 types of earthworms: Indian earthworms, African earthworms, Chinese earthworms, 3 types of earthworms. I found African earthworms were more suited for compost making. So compost is it's an ordinary thing, no? Eru or the manure. It's not a new thing, no? In our ancestors actually ate the food in the plant and leaf, and then composted it, and they used the same compost to the same plant and tree. Again, they got it and put it to the cow, and it yielded cow dung. So that cow dung was again used in the plantain tree. Then this is how they lived, our ancestors lived. But such a simple traditional method, we forgot completely. So I started pondering over this compost. I told you, no, this 30 PhD is more than 30, nearly 35. All I gave: one plant waste, another one animal waste, another one industrial waste, another one agricultural waste. Like that, industry means not all industrial waste, paper mill waste and sugar mill waste, which were all available in and around, and also poultry waste and so. So all the waste almost they have thrashed out and got a detailed manner. They worked and got PhDs also. So that is how. So what I'm even now I am able to pursue my research in my backyard, because I don't need any sophisticated laboratory. I need, after all, one pH meter, which the same Parashakti, I am staying close to Parashakti College. Same that college I can walk in by virtue of my age and seniority. Nobody will prevent me entering the college. I just go to my zoology department and measure it and come away. So this, what do you call this? Even now, in my backyard, whatever I get, no, in the form of leaf litter and all, I turn it into compost and teach others also. I have a vermi shed and make some 10 or 10 women also take up this vermi composting. This is another rural technology. Why I am stressing rural? Because what all I have taken is much suited to this area, Kutralam area, where we have lot of farmer women and fields, paddy fields and so on. Now, this vermicompost is a buzzword, in household word in each and every house around. And there are more than 36 panchayats. All the panchayats have this vermi pit house, and they have taken it up. So vermi earthworm I used to call a superstar. Why? Because for solid waste management, I vouch no better method than this vermicompost, or another one is microcomposting. Microcomposting by preparing a microbial solution, put it, then you compost it, and so composting is not a new thing for us, but scientific composting is new, because Italy is the country which tops in composting. Similarly, we also had a traditional composting. How we composted? Put all the cow dung on the field, that is on the roadside. What will happen in the cow dung? It took actually 9 long, lengthy months to get it composted. And what happens during rainy season? Water soluble nutrients get washed off, and during hot season, the nitrogen, nutrients like nitrogen gets evaporated. Whereas 9 months it takes. This vermi takes 1.5 months. That is 45 days alone it takes for getting good quality compost, which is sold at the rate of minimum rate of 10,000 rupees per ton. That is 10 rupees per kilo, 1,000 rupees per kilo of the earthworm, and the compost is sold at the rate of 10 rupees. So these are the things. These are the things why I took up the rural technologies. It won't fail us when you take up a research project. No, it should be useful throughout. Even when you come out of the lab, no, the vermicomposting technology thrives. It is not completely hidden. It is there, so anyone can take it up and go on. This is why I took up. It should be easy to follow. The raw materials should be easy to procure, and the duration of research need not be prolonged time like any other thing. Suppose if I want to extract some chemical from a plant, no, it takes weeks and months and years to get a particular compound. So it should be time bound research, rural technologies. And what we need now is not eyebrow raising technology, but people should have sustainable lifestyle, for which the rural technology is the best. No one can deny, I think.
Yes, dear. That was really perfect, ma'am. And the way you've explained all of that with lots of facts and figures as well, that's really very nice. Thank you very much, ma'am. Dear ma'am, we'll go with part 2. So friends, we end the session now as part 1, and we'll be back after a short break. Within 5 minutes, we'll connect in part 2. Stay with us, friends. Stay connected.
Sure.